Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is the House Economic Matters Committee, and we are having a voting session this morning. We have 3 lists. We are going to start with voting list number 16. Voting list number 16 are alcohol bills. I'm sorry, Mr. Smith, did you want to?
17 is the alcohol list.
I'm sorry. Okay. 17 is the alcohol list? Okay.
Correct.
Sorry, I apologize. We're going to start with voting list number 17.
Okay.
You would like to explain it?
Voting list 17 contains bills that are identical to the House bills and are not amended. I just propose this be done as a consent calendar.
Okay. And is there a motion? Or I guess, are there any questions?
Or any request to take any of them off the list?
All right. And is there a motion?
Motion to move all on consent calendar and
is there a second?
Second.
All right. So your vote for Senate Bill 38 will be your vote for all of the alcohol bills on voting list number 17. Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Delegate Crosby.
Yes.
Delegate Howard.
Excused.
I'll come back. Delegate Charkoudian.
Yes.
Delegate Fennell.
Yes.
Delegate Arentz.
aye.
Delegate Adams.
Yes.
Delegate Shi.
Yes.
Delegate Walker.
Come back to him.
All right. Delegate Valderrama.
Come back to her.
Delegate Branch.
Come back to him.
Delegate Impalaria. Delegate Wilson.
Yes.
Delegate Motz.
Chairman, real quick, which bill number? I apologize. I had a phone call.
This is
That's
Senate
right.
Bill
This is-
38. Consent
But it
list for
is-
the entire, all the alcohol bills.
I'm
Voting
fine.
list, voting list 17.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Delegate Pippi.
No, I just realized something. There's a Frederick County bill, and I should have said this ahead of time, that needs to be fixed on the Senate side, and that's 793. So how do I address that at this moment?
House
since we already started
bill?
voting?
Or the Senate bill needs to be fixed?
Yeah, because they didn't add on the liquor side, they didn't add the correct ounces. So it's different from the House version.
All right. Then I think, Mr. Smith, we have to correct that here. Am I correct?
What bill number is that? Is it on this list?
It is. So
It's Senate Bill
793.
793.
And
Okay.
it's an easy one, and they already agreed to do it. I don't know when that needs to be done, if it's now or,
Why don't we pull it off of the calendar?
Right.
thanks. Everything else is a yes, by the way, for me.
All right. Delegate Jackson.
Yes.
Delegate Carey.
Yes.
Delegate Rogers.
Yes.
Delegate Turner.
Yes.
Delegate Queen.
Yes.
Delegate Fisher.
Yes.
Delegate Brooks.
Yes.
And I vote yes. Is Delegate Impalaria here? He'll be excused.
No, but I am. Delegate Branch,
We'll get there.
Okay. Delegate Branch.
yes.
Okay. Delegate Valderrama. Excused. Who else did I miss? Or that
Walker.
was it. Walker. Delegate Walker. Excused. Delegate Howard. Okay, that's fine. All right, so the consent calendar of voting list number 17 passes, but we took Senate Bill
793.
removed it from the calendar. So Delegate Pippi, if you get the amendment drawn, we will then obviously do that one on a separate calendar. Then we will move on to voting list number 16. We'll start with Senate Bill 35.
Senate Bill 35 is similar to House Bill 37 as passed by the House. This is the bill that changes the application of the prevailing wage law. So that it lowers the dollar threshold from 500,000 to 250,000 and lowers the percent threshold for non-school projects from 50% to 25%. There's an amendment in the packet that would conform the bill to a change the Senate made to House Bill 37 that strikes a reference to miscellaneous grant programs. The Senate has exempted legislative bond initiatives from the prevailing wage law. And they initially had.
Delegate Pippi, can you mute yourself? Thank you.
Okay, so the difference between the House and the Senate bills is that the Senate exempted legislative bond initiatives from the prevailing wage law, and they also exempted miscellaneous grant projects. The Senate has since struck that from the House bill, and so you have an amendment in the packet to take out miscellaneous grant projects, but the legislative bond initiatives would remain exempted.
Okay. Does anybody have questions of council? And is there a motion on the amendment?
Move approval of the amendment.
Is there a
Second.
second? Okay. Is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
And is there a second?
Second.
Okay. And we'll do a roll call. Delegate Brooks?
Aye. On the bill
Delegate
as
Fisher?
amended.
No.
Thank you. Delegate Queen?
Yes.
Delegate Turner?
Yes.
Delegate Rogers?
Yes.
Delegate Carey?
Yes.
Delegate Jackson?
Yes.
Delegate Pippi?
No.
Delegate Motz?
No.
Delegate Wilson?
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria? Excused. Delegate Branch?
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama? Excused. Delegate Walker? Excused. Delegate Shi?
Yes.
Delegate Adams?
No.
Delegate Arentz?
No.
Delegate Bell?
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian?
Yes.
Delegate Howard? Excused. Delegate Crosby?
Aye.
Delegate Watson?
Yes.
Madam Vice Chair,
Oh, yes, thank you. The motion carries. We did, we had 14. We're good. All right, that was Senate Bill 35, and that motion carries and passes. We will now move to Senate Bill 771.
The rest of the bills on voting list 16 are the cross files of the UI bills. So in some cases there are differences and I'll point them out, but Senate Bill 771 is identical to House Bill 1143 as passed by the House. That's the bill that made a number of changes to the work sharing program.
And so it's identical.
Yes.
And is any discussion? And is there a motion on the bill?
Move favorable.
Is there a
Second.
second? Okay.
And
Any
the bill we're on
further
again
discussion?
is, the bill we're on
Senate Bill
again.
771.
Thank you.
Sorry. All right. On Senate Bill 771, we'll do a roll call. Delegate Brooks,
Aye.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes, I guess.
thank you. Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippi,
Yes.
Delegate Motz,
Yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria, excused, Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama, excused, Delegate Walker, excused, Delegate Shi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Yes.
Delegate Arends,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard. Excused. Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Okay.
Madam
Senate
Vice
Bill
Chair?
7. Madam Vice Chair, yes. Glad somebody's remembering. All right, so that motion carried. House Bill 771 passed. We will now move to Senate Bill 816.
Senate Bill 816 is similar to House Bill 908 as passed by the House. That was Delegate Carey's bill that expanded payment plan options for employers, regardless of which tax table we are in. The bill also altered a provision of the Relief Act about the reports that employers have to submit to the department. There's an amendment in the packet that the Senate has adopted that expands a provision of the Relief Act that allows for nonprofit organizations and governmental entities that have 50 or more employees to defer for 1 quarter their reimbursement payments. The Relief Act allowed for smaller nonprofits and governmental employers to defer for all quarters 1, 2, and 3 of 2021, and potentially for 2022 if the Secretary allows it. This would just allow the nonprofits and governmental employers to elect to defer for Q3 if federal government is not providing funding. Currently, the feds are giving us 75% credit to these employers, and that's going to end on September 4th. So the Senate wanted to help those employers when they are losing the federal credit to elect to defer for just Q3 to help them get through the holiday fundraising season.
Okay, are there any questions?
Nope.
All right, seeing none, is there a motion on the bill?
On the amendment.
I'm sorry, on the amendment. Motion on the amendment.
Move the amendment. Second.
All right, the amendments are before you. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Move the bill as amended. Second.
Okay, Delegate Watson,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Howard. Excuse, Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Arends,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Yes.
Delegate Shi,
Yes.
Delegate Walker. Excuse, Delegate Valderrama. Excuse, Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria. Excuse, Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Motts,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
and I am a yes. With that, Senate Bill 816 passes as a favorable with amendment. We'll move on to Senate Bill 817.
Senate Bill 817 is identical to House Bill 907 as passed by the House. This is a study
Okay.
bill.
Move favorable.
I have a question.
Second.
All right,
I have a question.
any other questions? Somebody said they had a question?
I do, Madam Chair.
I'm sorry, yes.
That's okay. No, Counsel, I was just wondering, does that mean when you're saying it's identical, we added portions from my bill to our study? Did those get added on that side as well?
Yes, they conform the bill.
Great, thank you.
All right, we'll do a roll call. Delegate Brooks,
Yeah. Aye.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
No.
Delegate Motts,
Nope.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria, Still excused. Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama. Excused. Delegate Walker. Excused. Get Delegate Chi. Nope, Delegate Chi, you're muted. That's all right.
Yes, sorry.
It's all right. Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Arentz,
No.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard, excused. Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. So there's 14 in favor. So Senate Bill 817 passes as a favor. Senate Bill 818.
Senate Bill 818 is similar to House Bill 1138 as passed by the House. This is the disaster report requirement bill that requires the department to submit a number of reports and post certain.
No, I'm in the middle of a roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On its website if a disaster has been declared. The amendment in your packet would conform to some changes that the Senate is making to the House bill, specifically to the trigger for when a disaster is determined. The trigger was the insured unemployment rate not seasonally adjusted. And now it would be the, if for 4 consecutive weeks, the department fails to pay at least 82% of first payments within 21 days. And then the off trigger is if the department is paying at least 87% of first payments within 21 days. The amendments also sort of streamline the reporting requirement by taking out a reference to a disaster plan. So it's just a report that they would need to submit.
Okay, are there questions on the amendments? Is there a motion on the amendments?
Move the amendment.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Seeing none, the amendments are adopted.
Move the bill as amended. Second.
Any further questions on the bill? Seeing none, we'll do a roll call. Delegate Brooks,
Aye.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
No.
Delegate Motz,
Nope.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria, excused. Delegate Branch,
Yep.
Delegate Valderrama, excused. Delegate Walker, excused. Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Arentz,
No.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard is excused. Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Watson.
Yes.
And
Vice Chair.
I am a yes. Yeah. So that motion carries. Senate Bill 818 is passed favorable with amendments. We will now move to Senate Bill 819.
Senate Bill 819 is identical to House Bill 1139 as passed by the House. This is the income disregard bill.
Any questions? And is there, sorry, Delegate Motz.
Thanks, Chairman. So when does this only apply? I want to make sure I'm accurate. This only applies when? I thought it was limited to, is it COVID pandemic or any pandemic?
COVID-19 pandemic. When the state of emergency ends, it would end.
When the state of emergency ends, this would end. Okay. Just for this COVID pandemic.
Correct.
Thanks.
Any further questions on the bill? And is there a motion on the bill?
I made the motion. We were waiting on a second.
Oh,
Second.
I'm sorry. All right, there's the second. Any further questions? With that, we will take the roll call. Delegate Watson,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Howard, excused, Delegate Chukudian,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Aaron's,
No.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Walker, still excused, Delegate Valderrama, excused, Delegate Branch,
Yep.
Delegate Impalaria, excused, Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Motz,
No.
Delegate Pippi,
No.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
and I vote yes. So that motion carries. Senate Bill 819 is passed as favorable. Senate Bill 819 is next.
That was 819.
Senate
Oh,
Bill.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So sorry. That was, and it's right in front of me. I even wrote it on the vote sheet. Let's move to the final one on this voting sheet, Senate Bill 893.
Senate Bill 893 is not marked as a cross-file with House Bill 1002, Delegate Charkudian's UI bill. However, they are substantively similar. As in the current posture, there are a few technical differences, but the substantive difference is that this bill contains a data sharing requirement. So upon request, the department would need to provide to the chief elected official of a county demographic data and the address, occupation, and last known employer of UI recipients. And the secretary is authorized to adopt regulations for that.
Okay, and is that
That's not an amendment. That's the bill
the bill had it? I got it.
has a provision that's different.
Okay, so there are no amendments on this bill?
No.
Any discussion? Is there a motion?
Move favorable.
Is there a
Second.
second? All right. One more time, any discussion or questions? Seeing none, we'll move with the roll call. Delegate Brooks,
Aye.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippi,
No.
Delegate Motz,
No.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria, still excused, Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama, still excused, Delegate Walker, excused, Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Aaron's,
No.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard.
No,
Oh, sorry, you're here. Apologize.
no, that's okay. I just came in. Thanks.
Okay, I got your vote. Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
and I vote yes. So the motion carries. Senate Bill 893 passes favorable. And Mr. Chair, I see you are now here. We would be to the next list.
Did we do 17 already?
We
We
did.
did,
Okay, so we're on 18.
correct.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
sorry, there was an issue with the local Frederick County alcohol bill. I emailed Bob the correct language that matches the House version. Is that something we could fix now, or do we need to do this later?
We need a letter.
You need a what?
A
Letter.
letter from the delegation.
We'll do it next week.
Okay.
What was that bill number again?
793, I believe. Is that correct, Delegate Pippi?
Yeah, it was 793.
793, and I emailed Bob the info, but I'll email the chair.
I did, and I forwarded it to Tiffany, whose bill it is.
All right, now we're good. We'll take care of it. There's still plenty of time. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Let's go to House Bill, voting list number 18, House Bill 685.
House Bill 685 is the bill that establishes a new wage rate for certain workers at several heightened security interest locations. The bill as introduced had BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport, Penn Station, and the Port of Baltimore. There's a pretty comprehensive set of amendments in the packet, so I'd like to walk through the reprint if we could. Is that okay, Mr. Chair? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. The amendments conform House Bill 685 to Senate Bill 107, which is also in the voting packet, and they make a few changes. So I will see. So in terms of which employees are covered, it's generally a non-exempt employee under FLSA. That means like a hourly worker. Covered employee as amended by the Senate does not include, they have exemptions for people who work at a retail establishment, a food service facility, or an on-airport or off-airport motor vehicle rental company. The Senate added an amendment that takes out, sorry if you can hear my son crying, work from home struggles. The Senate added an exemption for an employer that provides construction services, so those would not be included in the bill. There was also a separate sort of amendment that was offered on the Senate floor that's before your consideration that would also exempt airlines. So that's not currently in the bill, but is something, not currently in the Senate bill, but is something for your consideration. The Senate removed the Port of Baltimore, so it would be limited to the airport and Penn Station. And then there's a study that we'll cover in just a second. And this is just some findings of the General Assembly. So the bill as introduced set the wage standard based on this federal, it was a federal combination of wages and benefits for a Guard 1 classification. So it was sort of like an artificial wage rate that they were pointing to. The Senate amended the bill to instead just specify a dollar amount. So beginning next year, it would be $13.50, and then it goes up each year. So it'd be $14.25, then $15, then $16. And then beginning in January 1st, 2026, it would be $16 and an additional supplemental benefit rate. Delegate Wilson has a question, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Do we know how this compares to the other two airports that we're currently competing with?
The Senate added language to require a study of that.
Yeah, and I understood the study part, but that has nothing to do with this bill passing, meaning if we're dramatically higher than those two airports, these pay raises would still go into effect. Is that, by the way, the bill's drafted, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and
so this I just pulled it on so you could see on screen that this wasn't actually amended on the Senate floor. So the Maryland Aviation Administration has to compare wage and benefit rates across BWI, Reagan National, and Dulles, and then on or before January 1st of next year, report its findings.
yeah, that's actually what we put in our subcommittee. We were trying to do prior to these new sets of amendments.
Right.
And yeah, this is why I'm very frustrated. But, and do we, to my understanding, there are a multitude of contracts. Vendors bid on these contracts. There are multiple years, 2, 3, 5, and 7-year contracts. And in those contracts, especially when you're dealing with the state of Maryland, you are setting a finite amount of money that you're going to be receiving. If we change this, won't this also affect those contracts, even though they're already set in stone as to how much Maryland will be paying out?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Would it affect the service contracts?
When I say yes, as far as, because they're set in stone regardless with regards to the number that, you know, when you bid on them and you win for lowest bid, something of that nature. You don't get to come back to Maryland and say, look, the minimum wage went up or this wage went up. We need to go ahead and let this, you know, you need to give me more money. You can't do that in Maryland. Not like you can in the feds. There's no way. You have to adjust for cost of living, things like that on your own in your initial bid. And we don't even know. That's what's part of the study is how many of these are controlled by state, local contracts. And we never got that answer as to how many of these people are actually under a contract and how that would work for their contracts. I guess maybe that's just more of a statement, Laura. I don't want to throw this into your ballywick, but I guess I just have a lot of problems with this. This amendment has very little foresight on it because we don't know, number one, what they've agreed, what the vendor who won the bid agreed to pay these workers in the initial bid. And to change that halfway through, we would be affecting their contract, although they themselves did not agree to that. By the way, this is written, which was part of my problem, Mr. Chair, is we're really going in and jumping into other people's contracts. And things have been negotiated, union contracts as well. And we're stepping in and saying, no, we're going to do it a different way. No, regardless of what your bottom line is, regardless of what your bid, regardless of what your margins are.
Delegate Wilson, the bill does contain, you can see it on screen in 31603B, it protects collective bargaining agreements.
Okay, so it does at least take the unions out, but it still leaves the vendors open for their contracts.
I mean, I believe so.
Yes, thank you.
It looks like a couple other members have questions, Mr. Chair.
Delegate Pippi, then Delegate Charkoudian. Delegate Charkoudian.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, I just was trying to figure out who's left that is covered. I know this bill has changed a couple times in terms of who's covered, and it looks like we just added some additional amendments. So I'm just wondering if you can explain sort of who's left. And also, I wasn't sure I understood when you said airlines, that's on the Senate floor. If airlines gets in there, is there anyone left at the airport?
So the Senate did restrict the scope substantially. On the Senate floor, Senator Hayes said that the people left in would be janitors, non-TSA security officers, wheelchair attendants, ticket and line agents, bag attendants, and other service workers. Okay. But the big groups of retail workers, the committee heard a lot from restaurants and that sort of thing, those workers would not be covered. The Senate did leave in airline workers, but I was asked to sort of present that to you all to consider whether to exempt airlines from the bill.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I think I recall hearing from wheelchair attendants, for example, and others. And so baggage handlers, forgive me for not knowing this, they work for the airline or they work for or who do they work for? If we exempted the airlines, who would the baggage handlers be in there?
I actually don't know how, who's their employer, don't have very much information about who's left, to be quite honest. So that's why I went and listened to the Senate debate, just to try to get more information about, which specific workers would benefit from the bill.
Okay, thank you for doing that. And I'm sorry, because you probably said this at the beginning, but I was looking at the bill. So what we're looking at right now for amendments are the ones that passed in the Senate And then we're also adding the possibility of airlines, which did not pass in the Senate. Is that right?
Correct. And the other difference is the, so most of what you see here is as passed by the Senate, the difference being just that one line about exempting out the airlines. And then the bill as introduced said that a worker, a covered employee under this bill or law is not, would not be subject or compensated based on the living wage law. But since the Senate changed the compensation to say a specific dollar amount, some people would actually potentially make more under living wage. So we were asked to strike out the exemption from the living wage law. So that's on the screen here. So the differences are the living wage and the airlines, but everything else is as the Senate passed it.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I have briefly one more question.
Yeah.
With the report, one of the other concerns I had was, we cut out concessioners and some other individuals, and I wasn't sure how we were because I was trying to make sure that we were competitive with the other airlines because we may be paying we cut them out of both bills, but maybe they do need a raise. And that was one of the things I was trying to bring to light, to try and get more of a line, an understanding of how many are under contract, how many are concessionaires, food service. In this report that they're requiring, are they requiring to do a comparative study with all of the employees in the airports, or is it just a loose study?
The language is here in section 3, compare wage and benefit rates for all employees working at BWI by employee category, job classification and employment sector with the wage and benefit rates for employees working at Reagan and Dulles. And then the report has to be submitted on or before January 1 of next year.
Okay, because it kind of seems again that we might, be overpaying some individuals instead of being competitive and underpaying others. And so it sounds like, that of course you're not going to be able to shove the toothpaste back in the tube when it comes to, anytime the wage scale they've laid out. And you actually might leave some people out in the process because we really are shooting from the hip on these numbers. There's no rationale that I understand for the numbers they picked, correct, Laura? Was there a
Delegate, you do know you're taking this bill to the floor, right? So go ahead and put all your arguments out there.
Yeah. All right.
Delegate Rogers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I guess this is probably more of a process question for me. So I understand, at least I think I do, what the amendment does. And so this is on HB 685, and I see that we have SB 107 coming up. And so I guess the question is, does the amendments, does it pretty much conform to SB 107? Because I heard there was like maybe an exception for airlines, and then 2, if they do conform, then I guess we just pick one or the other because they're in essence the same, and there's not necessarily a need for a conference committee or anything like that.
I do think that there will be a disagreement about the airline piece. That was on the Senate floor. Senator Hayes said it came up in committee and they made the policy decision not to exempt airline employees. And then Senator Riley offered it on the floor and Senator Hayes said we reject that. So I understand there's been more pressure.
Laura, let me jump in. To me, I think that's an easy argument the other way to make. And I was the one that asked that it be considered by the committee for this reason. The union that's behind the bill, they actually agreed to that provision with Dulles and National. But now they're asking Maryland legislators to not basically get parity with its 2 main competitors. I don't know if they thought they made a bad deal or what the case may be, but that's a pretty difficult argument. The example I gave them was, what if the governor offered non-union workers a 5% pay raise, but offered union workers 3.5%, would they have a problem with that? Would they be asking for parity? And so from that point, we reached an understanding that, you know, that would be a part of the bill. That's a conversation I've had with them. So someone can make that argument, but again, the two other major airports in the region, Dulles and Reagan National, they agreed to that. And so, but we're going to ask us again as Maryland legislators to put our own airport at a competitive disadvantage. That makes no sense to me.
Mr. Chair, are you saying, you're saying that what we're doing now will put us on parity with the other two airports?
At least as it relates to the airline workers, it will. If we adopt that amendment.
If we adopt the amendment excluding the airline workers, it will?
Yes.
Right, I understand that, but we don't know about the other things.
No, I was speaking just to airlines.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That clarified my question.
The other thing I wanted to mention, oh, Madam Vice Chair, did you have a question?
No.
I
was going to move the amendment, so
Okay,
finish your explanation.
Okay, I just wanted to, since we were walking through the reprint, the Senate also made a special provision regarding the tip credit for people who provide passengers with wheelchair assistance so that they would be able to take this wage and their tips. The tip credit wouldn't be a factor for those workers. I think that's pretty much.
Is it two separate amendments, or can I move all the amendments?
You can move all the amendments if that's how you'd like to proceed.
Okay, then I move all the amendments, the ones that conform to the Senate, as well as the one excluding the airlines.
Second.
And the living wage.
And the living wage, yes.
Second.
Discussion? If not, all in favor signify by aye.
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 All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
So I move the bill as amended.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval as amended on House Bill 680. Any discussion on the bill as amended? If not, Madam Vice Chair.
Yes.
Delegate Brooks.
Yes.
Delegate Fisher.
No.
Delegate Queen.
Yes.
Delegate Turner.
Yes.
Delegate Rogers.
Yes.
Delegate Carey, you said you wanted to be excused.
Yes, sir.
Delegate Jackson.
Yes.
Delegate Pippy.
No.
Delegate Mouts.
No.
Delegate Wilson.
No.
Delegate Impalaria. Is Delegate Impalaria not with us?
He's not with us.
All right, excused. Delegate Branch.
Yeah. Yes.
Delegate Valderrama.
Aye.
Delegate Walker.
I think he's not with us either.
Delegate Chi.
Yes.
Delegate Adams.
No.
Delegate Aaron's.
No.
Delegate Fennell.
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian.
Yes.
Delegate Howard.
No.
Delegate Crosby.
No.
Delegate Watson.
Yes.
The chair votes aye. Motion carries. House Bill 1262.
House Bill 1262 has gone through the Business Regulations Subcommittee. This is the bill that reforms the way that electricians are regulated in the state. It repeals local authority to issue electrical licenses and instead authorizes local jurisdictions to register master, journeyperson, and apprentice electricians. The bill makes a number of other changes, such as renaming the State Board of Master Electricians to the State Board of Electricians, establishing continuing education requirements for a few of the classifications. As it came out of BR Subcommittee, you have a couple of amendments in the packet, or you should. The amendment that the subcommittee accepted would add a, I'm sorry. I thought someone said something. The amendment the subcommittee accepted would add a work group to study limited energy services. So you have an amendment in the packet that would do that. Oh, I guess the other amendment that is, I need to look at actually what Kayla sent out. So we had two amendments from Delegate Adams, one related to the installation of solar panels, and it exempted them from a worksite requirement. The bill has a provision that requires a master or journey person to be present at each worksite where electrical services are provided. And then the Senate had added an exemption for the installation of solar panels. That the subcommittee initially approved that and then reconsidered the bill and decided not to adopt that. So they just adopted the one about the work group. There was also one sort of technical amendment that needed to be in the bill. So I had drafted one for the committee that had the work group and the technical amendment.
I think Delegate Crosby has a question.
Go on, Delegate Crosby.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I apologize. I don't have a raised hand button in the participant section. But my question is does it define who is low voltage electrician? Because for somebody like me and down at Pax River, we install VTC systems where we're pulling Cat 5, Cat 6 cable on Cisco systems, and Cisco testified against it. And really, like at the very end, all we do is plug in the system. And my understanding is under the bill, I would qualify along with many other people who are trying to do work on the economy, on the local economy in Maryland, would then have to register as a low voltage electrician. So does that roll us up into it?
The bill does not define low voltage or limited energy services. The work group that met over the interim issued a report that said there are too many variables to try to even define it. They couldn't even agree on how to define the term. What the bill does is it says if the state has not enacted legislation establishing a licensing program for individuals who provide or assist in providing low voltage services on or before July 1st, 2024, the department would have to adopt regulations about it. The amendment changes it to say instead that the General Assembly would have to consider legislation proposed by the work group. But there's no definition in the bill of the industry because there wasn't agreement about how to do that or even whether to do that.
Okay, thank you, Laura.
Delegate Charkoudian.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm trying to remember the testimony on this bill, and I think I'm concerned about the potential amendment. I think this is a question about the amendment related to solar installations, because I think that a lot of the solar, I think the point that was made is there's portions of solar installation that are just strictly carrying panels on and off of roofs and so on, in which there's no engagement with any electric wiring or systems. And so it's more of a construction type activity. And then it leads to a point at which there is engagement with electrical wiring. And so I'm just trying to figure out, so my understanding of the amendment in the Senate was that during the phase where you're carrying panels up and off of a roof, that you wouldn't have to have an electrician there the entire time. It would only be when you're doing the work that's kind of connecting to an electrical system. Is this amendment here change that so that the time that you're having people carrying things up on and off of roofs, you also would need that person there?
As amended, the amendment that talks about solar panels says specifically that job site requirement does not apply to installation of a photovoltaic system that does not require interconnection to a building's grid-tied electrical system, line tap, or other grid interconnected device. But it further says that a local jurisdiction is not precluded from enforcing more stringent requirements for those installations. As to how that would be interpreted for which parts of the job, I guess it would depend on, if the committee does not accept that carve out from the job site requirement, then if the work that's being performed meets the definition of electrical services, then you would need to have a master or journey at the work site.
Okay, so I'm sorry, maybe I got confused. So what did the Senate do on that issue?
The Senate added it, and it was my understanding that the Senate sponsor subsequently asked that this not be included in the Senate bill, so taken out of the Senate bill. I don't know if the chair can speak more to that, but that was my understanding, that the Senate added that, and then there was pushback from IBEW about the exemption from the worksite requirement.
That's it.
Sorry?
No, I was saying, yeah, that's essentially it. IBEW was pushing back on that.
So-
As Laura explained it.
Okay. So we adopted it here, but that's inconsistent now with the Senate?
The subcommittee initially approved that and then reconsidered based on the Senate sponsors sort of information and the pushback from one of the advocacy groups, the IBEW. So the subcommittee passed it with the work group amendment, not the solar amendment.
Okay.
So the bill, if passed with just the work group, would be in a different posture. We have the Senate bill on the voting list, and I have amendments that would put it in the same posture, depending what you all want to do.
Got it. Thank you.
Delegate Mounts.
Thank you, Chairman. For Laura, I was reading the bill and maybe I was misreading it, but I was working off the reprint. But on page 29, there's a paragraph 3.
You want me to share the screen so everybody can see?
Well, first you need, I may be incorrect. I was reading it it's the same type of language. It says at least one licensed master electrician or journey person electrician shall be present at each job site in which electrical services are provided. Is that only for solar projects or is that for all projects?
That's for all. That's a new requirement.
So that means at any electrical site that it would require a master and a journeyman to be present at the job site.
Yes.
So if you're running a line, a ditch, you're doing something underground, the master has to be there while the journeyman's there.
This says a master or journey person has to be present.
At least one. Okay. I've got, and I don't know, I guess this is probably more for the chairman, but this bill's consumed a lot of time with.
And a lot of years.
Yeah. Our electrical board in Talbot, and I just spoke with someone while we were voting from Queen Anne's who said the guys in Talbot don't understand. And I don't know if I had some time, maybe the two of them could get together, maybe they'll understand. I don't know. But and I guess if you're not on the subcommittee, it's not appropriate to bring an amendment to the full committee. Is that accurate or?
No, that's not accurate.
Yeah, you can.
Did you all receive the amendments that I requested from the amendments office yesterday?
I have not.
Okay.
If you're asking to hold it until your amendments can be considered, that's fine.
If I'd like to do that.
Yep. No, and just to clear the record, guys, as with any subcommittee, they're just recommendations to the full committee. The full committee, all of you are entitled to amend and all of that. So I don't want there to be any confusion on that. We try to, obviously we support our subcommittees, but everybody in the full committee, we participate on all the bills. So I just want to be clear that you're entitled to that. All right.
I can send an email to the full committee with the reprints with the solar language and the work group language and a little summary of what the subcommittee did, so you all can have a little more time to digest it.
That'd be
This is
great.
1262, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Not for right now, obviously, but so everyone
Right.
has a
Yeah.
little more information before the next vote.
All right, let's try 79. That sounds,
Senate Bill 79 is very similar to one from Delegate Dumais, change of address, maintenance of subscriptions and contracts. There is a technical amendment to the title. It's
the
literally
amendment.
something in
Oh,
the
sorry.
function paragraph.
there a second? Come on, guys. Somebody say
Second.
Thank you. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, nay. On the bill as amended.
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
Right, without any discussion, Madam Vice Chair.
Yes.
Delegate Brooks.
Yes.
Delegate Fisher.
Yes.
Delegate Queen.
Yes.
Delegate Turner.
Yes.
Delegate Rogers.
Yes.
Delegate Carey.
Yes.
Delegate Jackson.
Yes.
Delegate Pippy.
Yes.
Delegate Mouts.
Yes.
Delegate Wilson.
Yes.
Delegate Impelarius, I'm assuming still excused. Delegate Branch.
Yep.
Delegate Valderrama.
Aye.
Delegate Walker is still excused. Delegate Chi.
Yes.
Delegate Adams.
Yes.
Delegate Arentz.
Aye.
Delegate Fennell.
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian.
Yes.
Delegate Howard.
Yes.
Delegate Crosby.
Yes.
And Delegate Watson.
Yes.
That carries. Okay. 107 is 685, right?
Yes. Senate Bill 107 is the heightened security interest BWI Penn Station bill. The amendment in the packet would strike out the reference to the living wage law and also exempt airlines.
Move the amendments.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable as amended on the amendment or favorable on the amendment. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries on the bill as amended. They're favorable.
I'm sorry,
Move the bill
favorable
as
with amendment.
amended.
Yes, move favorable with amendment.
Second.
Second.
There you go. Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Sorry. Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey's excused, Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
No.
Delegate Mouts,
No.
Delegate Wilson,
No.
Delegate Impelari is excused,
Hold on.
Delegate Branch,
Yep.
Delegate Valderrama.
Aye on 185, if that's where we're at.
107.
No, we're on 107.
Okay, yes.
Delegate Walker's excused. Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Arentz,
No.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
No.
Delegate Crosby,
No.
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
chair votes aye. Motion carries. Senate Bill 110.
We heard this yesterday. This is a departmental that essentially lets them use electronic mail.
Move
This
favorable.
is, sorry, this is the one that says they only have to provide a single copy of the notice
Single
and they can use electronic media as opposed to having to have duplicate and triplicate.
Move
Move
favorable.
favor. Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable. Any discussion? If not, Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Aye.
Delegate Fisher,
Is this 110, Senate Bill
Yes.
110?
yes.
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
Yes.
Delegate Mouts,
Yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impalaria is excused, Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker is excused, Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Yes.
Delegate Arentz,
Aye.
Delegate Fennell,
Aye.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
and Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Senate Bill 149.
Senate Bill 149 is very similar to a bill from Delegate Dumais that continues to exclude MAIF from the application of the premium tax. There is a technical amendment changing the word "or" in two places to be "and."
Oh,
Move the
wow.
amendments.
The grammatical
Second.
police. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Move the
Motion
bill as
carries.
amended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Delegate Impalaria is excused. Delegate Walker is excused. Does anyone wish to be recorded in opposition to Senate Bill 149? Anybody? If not, all present voted aye with Delegate Impalaria and Delegate Walker being listed as excused. Senate Bill 153, please.
Senate Bill 153 is identical to House Bill 376 from Delegate Mouts.
Move the
Move
bills.
favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable for Senate Bill 153.
Yes.
Anyone wish to be recorded in opposition?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I would.
Delegate Charkoudian. Anyone else?
Mr. Chair, you say it's the same as House Bill what again?
376 from Delegate Mouts.
376, okay.
This is the bill that has a lower tier 1 requirement for the handful of municipal electric utilities in the state.
I got it.
Seeing no others wishing to be recorded in opposition and delegates Impalaria and Walker is excused, all others present will be recorded as voting aye. Motion carries. Senate Bill 181.
Senate Bill 181 is a departmental bill, and it requires business entities to put their identification number assigned by SDAT for the business on their trade name certificate that is filed before they can conduct business, and there are no amendments.
Move
Favorable.
favorable.
Second.
Discussion? Seeing none, does anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Seeing and hearing none, all present voted aye. with delegates Impalaria and Walker being listed as excused. Was that?
That was 181.
On the 185, please.
Senate Bill 185 is identical to House Bill 471 as passed by the House, and it requires a financial institution to allow a customer to choose from at least 2 security questions when trying to access their account. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded for a favorable on Senate Bill 185. That is a cross file, right?
Correct.
Yes.
We have delegates Impalaria and Walker listed as excused. Does anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Anybody? Hearing none. All present voted aye. Let's go on to 208, please.
Senate Bill 208 is a cross-file of House Bill 659, which this committee voted unfavorable. Senate Bill 208 establishes that a manufacturer, distributor, or factory branch may not prohibit a dealer from listing a vehicle for sale or lease on the dealer's website at the purchase price, among other things.
Move unfavorable. Move unfavorable.
Second. Moved and seconded for an unfavorable on Senate Bill 185.
208.
208.
208. My apologies, 208. Madam Vice Chair,
Yes on the unfavorable.
Delegate Brooks,
Aye on unfavorable.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
No to the unfavorable.
Delegate Mouts,
Yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes to the unfavorable.
Delegate Impalaria is excused, Delegate Branch,
No.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker is excused, Delegate Chi,
Absolutely no.
Delegate Adams,
Absolutely, yes.
Delegate Aaron,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
No.
Delegate Charkoudian,
No.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
No.
Delegate Watson.
No.
Motion carries. Let's go to 219, please.
Senate Bill 219 is a departmental bill that expands the Maryland Money Transmission Act by updating the definition of money transmission to clarify that certain forms of value are items of monetary worth. And the bill also incorporates federal definitions by reference in order to align Maryland law with federal law. And there are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable on Senate Bill 219. Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
Yes.
Delegate Mouts. Delegate Mouts,
Yeah, yes.
Delegate Wilson. Delegate Wilson.
We may have lost him.
All right.
He's re-entering. I saw he was just in the waiting room.
I just let him back in.
Delegate Wilson,
What did Pippy do, Mr. Chair?
he voted aye.
Oh, boy.
You
I'll vote aye
cross
too.
yourself up. The vice chair voted aye as well.
Aye, Mr. Chair.
Delegate Branch,
Aye.
Delegate Impellitteri is excused. Delegate Valderrama.
Aye.
Delegate Walker is excused. Delegate Chi.
Yes.
Delegate Adams.
Yes.
Delegate Arentz.
Yes.
Delegate Fennell.
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian.
Yes.
Delegate Howard.
Yes.
Delegate Crosby.
Yes.
Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Motion carries for Senate Bill 219. Senate Bill 226.
Senate Bill 226 is a departmental from MIA that we heard yesterday. This is the one that says MIA can require licensees to use electronic mail for communications, and it's opt-in for the consumers. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable. Anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Seeing and hearing none, all present voted aye. Delegate Impellitteri, Delegate Walker will be listed as excused. Next page and next bill, which is Senate Bill 251.
Senate Bill 251 is a departmental bill that eliminates the requirement for certain non-depository financial institutions that they obtain a paper license with the Office of the Commissioner of Financial Regulation. Instead, they're going to start going online, fully online with that. There are no amendments.
Move
Right.
favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable. Does anyone wish to be recorded in opposition to 251? Seeing and hearing none, all present voted aye. Delegates Impellitteri and Walker will be listed as excused. Let's move on to Senate Bill 263, please.
Senate Bill 263 is a cross-file of House Bill 781 and the House passed House Bill 781. They are substantially similar, except there is one issue with the purpose paragraph. So there's one amendment which is technical and makes a change to the purpose paragraph.
Move the amendments.
Second.
Moved and seconded on the amendment. All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
Second. Moved and seconded for favorable as amended. Does anyone want to be recorded in opposition? Seeing none, and hearing none, all present voted aye, with delegates Walker and Impellitteri listed as excused. Let's go to 281, please.
Okay. Senate Bill 281 is a departmental bill that extends the termination date of the Office of the Commissioner of Financial Regulation within the Department of Labor by 10 years to July 1st, 2032. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable for Senate Bill 281, Sunset Extension Bill. Anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Seeing none. All present voted aye. Delegates Impellitteri and Walker will be shown as excused. Senate Bill 320, please.
Senate Bill 320 is also a departmental bill, and it authorizes a foreign corporation to certify that the Department of Assessments and Taxation is their resident agent when registering or qualifying with the department. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Again.
Moved and seconded for favorable for Senate Bill 320. Anyone wish to be recorded in opposition?
Mr. Chair, you could put me in opposition.
Right. Delegate Pippi is a no. Anyone else? All right. All others present will be shown as voting aye, with delegates Walker and Impellitteri being listed as excused. Senate Bill 407.
Senate Bill 407 is substantially identical to the increase in the net energy metering cap in the state from Delegate Klippinger. The only difference is that they picked up a cross-reference that needed to be corrected. They've done it. There are no amendments. They've already sent the House bill out with the corresponding amendment.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable on Senate Bill 407. Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
No.
Delegate Mouts,
Nope.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impellitteri is excused, Delegate Brooks,
Yes. You called me already.
Delegate Branch,
Oh, okay. Aye.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker is excused, Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Arentz,
No.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
No.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
and Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Senate Bill 444.
Senate Bill 444 is a cross-file of House Bill 658, which the House passed. Senate Bill 444 establishes the work group to study the transformation of manufacturing in Maryland's emerging digital economy. The Senate version added 3 more members to the workforce, and there is an amendment to strike those members and conform the Senate bill to the House bill.
Is there a motion on the amendment?
Move the amendment.
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable as amended for Senate Bill 444. Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Watson,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
Who were the 3 members that the Senate bill added?
One representative of the Maryland Small Business Development Center, one representative of the Printing and Graphics Association Mid-Atlantic, and one representative from a small minority-owned manufacturing business currently in good standing with SDAT.
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Arentz,
No.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Walker's excused, Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Branch,
Aye.
Delegate Impellitteri is excused, Delegate Wilson,
Aye.
Delegate Mouts,
No.
Delegate Pippy,
No.
Delegate Jackson, Delegate Jackson, is he not there?
Maybe not.
Delegate Jackson's excused, Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
and Delegate Brooks.
Yes.
Motion carries. Let's go to 428, please.
Just a minute. Okay. 428 is identical to House Bill 578 from Delegate Davis. This is the one that delays a couple of PSC annual reports.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for a favorable on Senate Bill 428. Does anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Hearing none. Is Delegate Jackson back with us? Okay, Delegate Jackson's excused along with Delegate Impalaria, Delegate Walker. All others present will be recorded as aye. And the motion carries. Senate Bill 429.
Senate Bill 429 is identical to House Bill 558. This updates the for-hire driving and vehicles requirements for PSC. Among other things, it gets rid of a 1 hour map reading class in Baltimore City. No amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Seeing and hearing none. All present, voted present.
Delegate Jackson looks like he's here.
Is Delegate Jackson back?
Seems to be.
Delegate Jackson? Unmute yourself. Carl?
Face is there, but I don't know.
All right. Then I gotta still leave him as excused until we can get his audio back.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, can you hear me?
Now we can.
All right.
How did the vice chair vote?
Yes.
We're all voting yes.
Okay, yes.
Motion carries. Let's try Senate Bill 430.
Senate Bill 430 is the same as House Bill 556. It's an emergency bill that allows PSC to have virtual public hearings. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moving seconded for favorable for Senate Bill 430. Does anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Seeing and hearing none. All present voted aye. Delegate Impalaria, Delegate Walker will be noted as being excused. And the motion carries. Let's go to Senate Bill 458.
Senate Bill 458 is identical to House Bill 504 from Delegate Dumais. This is the one where the federal home loan banks get involved with impaired entities and delinquency proceedings. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable for Senate Bill 458. Does anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Seeing none, all present, voted aye. Delegates Walker and Impalaria will be noted as excused. Motion carries. Senate Bill, what is it, 561?
Yes, sir. Senate Bill 561 is identical to House Bill 648 from Delegate Wilson on electric co-op meetings. There are no amendments.
Move favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable for Senate Bill 561. Anyone wish to be recorded in opposition? Seeing none. All present, voted aye. Delegate Impalaria, Delegate Walker are excused. All right, we held 760, we held the other version.
1262, right.
Right, so we'll hold that one. Senate Bill 846.
Senate Bill 846 is very close to Delegate Carey's 969. There's an amendment to conform it to the House bill. It changes two part-time positions to be full-time positions. The Senate's already moved the House bill.
All right, move the amendments.
Second.
All in favor signify by aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries on the bill as amended.
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable as amended on Senate 846. Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Yes.
Delegate Fisher,
No.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy,
No.
Delegate Mounts,
No.
Delegate Wilson,
Yes.
Delegate Impellitteri is excused, Delegate Grant,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker is excused, Delegate Chi,
I'm sorry, yes.
Delegate Adams,
No.
Delegate Arndt,
No.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
No.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
and Delegate Watson.
Yes.
I think we got one more.
Correct.
Senate Bill 907.
The Senate Bill 907 is identical to House Bill 945 as passed by the House.
Move favorable.
Favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded for favorable on Senate Bill 907. Madam Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Brooks,
Aye.
Delegate Fisher,
Yes.
Delegate Queen,
Yes.
Delegate Turner,
Yes.
Delegate Rogers,
Yes.
Delegate Carey,
Yes.
Delegate Jackson,
Yes.
Delegate Pippy, Delegate Pippy.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What does this says 907?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Delegate Mount,
Yes.
Delegate Wilson,
Aye.
Delegate Impellitteri is excused, Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Valderrama,
Aye.
Delegate Walker is excused, Delegate Chi,
Yes.
Delegate Adams,
Yes.
Delegate Arndt,
Aye.
Delegate Fennell,
Yes.
Delegate Charkoudian,
Yes.
Delegate Howard,
Yes.
Delegate Crosby,
Yes.
Delegate Watson.
Yes.
Got about that. Motion carries. That is our list for today. Do we have something? Well, do we have a list for Monday, guys?
Not yet.
All right, well then we may be on the lookout, but because we got to be on the floor at 5, it likely won't happen. If anything, it'll be Tuesday. We're getting to that point. As of Monday, we'll have 2 weeks to go. So we will be voting early and often, as they say.
Okay, we have bill hearings next week, Tuesday and Thursday, not Wednesday.
Yep, bill hearings Tuesdays and Thursdays. Subcommittee day could be Wednesdays as well. With that, everyone, thank you. Thank you for,
Mr. Chairman?
yes,
Chairman,
yes.
I just want to make a quick announcement. Business Regulation Subcommittee. I know we were scheduled to meet today, but I believe we will not be meeting today. We'll just have to meet on Monday.
Details to follow.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
you
sir.
mentioned, I'm sorry. You mentioned there would be possible, like, recurring voting, but did you say an exact one for Monday or not?
For Monday, I said stay tuned. It doesn't appear that we will be going to because of floor work it's going to coincide with our usual time. Tell you what, but just check your stuff by noon. If we haven't scheduled something by noon, it's not going to happen.
Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend, everyone.
All righty.